It's me, the one and only, the Marvelous One. You are now watching The Marvelous Show. But before we can get into tonight's episode, if you guys can do me a big favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button so you can get notifications whenever we go live. And we back. 2019, it's like I've been doing a series on the LLFM PODCAst about Marvelous versus the ladies. But tonight episode, I just wanted to step away from all that and I just wanted to talk about dating in 2019, the toxic dating of the dating things where you need to stay away from these type of people. And what I mean by that is I wrote down a whole bunch of stuff, so you're going to see me looking down at the paper for the first time. The Marvelous One wrote something down. I would show y'all, but I don't want y'all seeing my handwriting. But so ghosting. I've been talking about the women and ghosting, but it goes both ways. Ghosting is what I call ghosting is how everything can be going all good, and you and the girl or you and the guy can be texting, and all of a sudden he just completely just disappear or she disappear, and then all of a sudden you're constantly reaching out trying to hit her up like, hey, what's going on? Or he's trying to hit you up like, hey, I haven't heard from you in a while, and you're constantly ghosting him, you're ghosting him, and you're not trying to make no type of effort in seeing or being around this person. And what I mean by ghosting is it's whack, but a lot of people, because I've done it before too, where I ghost, and ghosting and my next topic that I'm going to talk about after this one, they all come together, tie in together. But everybody does ghosting. You can even ghost your friends. You can be having a conversation with your friend on via Snapchat, via text messages, and you can just ghost them out and don't talk to them for a couple of days, him or her for a couple of days. I'm notorious for doing that, especially when I get busy. But I don't do it like if I'm dating someone. I don't ghost no one unless they do something that I completely don't like and I can't just handle it. So if I can't get a hold of them, then yeah, I ghost them and just don't talk to them no more. And the next one is y'all gonna laugh. It's zombieing. We all know that zombies don't have a heart. We all know that. And the dating zombies are kind of the same way. They would treat you. Zombieing is they'll treat you the same way. And this is like, I have an example that I wrote down. So like when you're talking to someone that zombie you, they like to make you feel good, but they really don't want you. So you can go like weeks without talking to them, and they might hit you with a text message like, hey stranger, how you doing? It's like flirt with you and like do like flirtatious things with you, but deep down inside they really just trying to like stroke their ego and make themselves feel good. And how to stay away from that, how to spot it is, like I said, you'll get those text messages where they try to like make you fall from like, hey beautiful, hey handsome, how you been? I haven't heard from you in a while. We should hang out, we should hook up. And the moment that you give them what they want, they're gonna fall back into that ghosting stage, because zombieing is what they're doing is they just wanna stroke their ego and make themselves feel good, just to know that they still have you there. And if you stop allowing that to happen, you won't get zombieing. And like I said, they won't ever commit to you. And this one right here, I think it's called breadcrumbing. And it's when a person leads you on with little crumbs, like they like you, they want a relationship, like they want to like move towards a relationship with you, but will never commit or will never ever give you all of them. It'll just be like, hey, I like you, let's hang out. And then when you hang out, you're really not getting all of their attention because they're just giving out little breadcrumbs. And I put like how you find out a breadcrumb when someone's breadcrumbing you. It's how to spot it. It's always you get text from them without any further affection or any intentions. They just text you just like, hey, let's hook up, let's see each other, I miss you, how's life? But the moment that you talk about anything about a relationship or being into something serious, they pull back, they kind of like push you to the side. But then once they figure out that you caught on, they start hitting with the little breadcrumbs about how much they like you and they miss you and stuff like that. Men and women, we got to be cautious of the little breadcrumbs. This one right here, it's a tough one. It's love bombing. Love bombing is a form of emotional abuse. And I feel like this happens in a lot of relationships and dating. It's hard to figure out at first because, you know, that person is so nice. He or she's so sweet. And it's like you get blinded by the niceness and all the love and affection that you're getting, that you're not understanding that they really, really don't care too much for you. It's all an act just to get something from you. And when you start to feel stifled or feel like suffocated in a relationship, because then by the time now you start to sense things and see things that's going on, like, hold up, wait a minute, she's acting hella different now, he's acting different, I don't know if I like that. So you start to like pull back, and the moment you start to pull back, they catch on and they do the reverse psychology on you, and like mind mess with you to get you back to where I want, especially if you tell them you don't want to do it. Oh, we shouldn't break up, we should stay together. But all along, they're setting up a plan so they can break up with you, because they don't want you to break up with them. And I know this from personal experience, where I was in a situation where I said, I don't want to do this no more. No, we shouldn't break up, we should stay together. And then I stayed just to get broken up with, when I knew deep down in my heart that I didn't want to do it no more. I fell victim to love bombing because I love the person and they hit me with how much they love me and let's be together. Then it ended bad. And that's why I always tell people how to spot these people. They're narcissists. And I hate saying that because I don't like to really like call people that, but it is, in the dating world, it's a lot of people that's narcissists and that only care about themselves. And if it's not benefiting them, they don't want no parts in you. Like, they only want you for that spur of the moment thing. Once you're done giving them what they want, they don't want nothing to do with you. Another one is stashing. One of my homegirls was telling me about this. She's like, I stash a lot. And I'm like, what do you mean by that? She's like, you should talk about it on your YouTube and on your podcast. I'm like, I don't know what it is. She's like, it's something that I do, is where I stash my feelings for whoever I'm talking to, where it's I'll keep them over here, but I will never bring them in like around like my friends and my family. Like, I keep them like away from everything, because I want to stash my feelings, because I really don't want to, I really don't want to come out and let him know how much I really, really like him. So I stash my feelings, I hide my feelings, and I keep him away from my friends and my family, because I really told my friends and my family how much I like him, how much I want to be with him. And I don't want it to come up and him to think, oh, because it's too soon, that, oh, I like him so much and might run him away. My counteraction to that is that's kind of not cool. Like, if this man liked you and you like this man, why are you stashing your feelings and keeping him away from being around your friends? He might like you just as much as you like him. Like, you will never know if you're keeping him away. Like, that's the thing. Like, I have done that before myself, where I have kept my family and my friends here and kept my lady over here, but it wasn't like I was hiding it because they know how I felt about it. It was just sometimes I just like to keep my friends and my relationship different, because once, like, say you in a relationship and everyone gets all cool, and then you and that girl break up, then all of a sudden your friends and your family's attached to that person, and when you're not around her, they're gonna constantly keep bringing her up, like, hey, where's she at? Why she's not around? And I just feel like for me not to have that happen, I do that. I don't really do it that much now, but when I was younger, I did it a lot. Submarine is the same as the first two I talked about, is ghosting and zombieing, and it's kind of like I said, a mix of both, where they would never commit to you. They would always have mad options, and sorry to say it, but you might be one of their options, where you thinking that, oh, your girlfriend or your boyfriend number one, but they have multiple options and they're not going to commit to you, because for one, they start ghosting you when you start texting them too much. For two, they turn into that zombie where they play on your emotions because they don't want to lose you and they want to just keep you around. And then all that together, they just have it where they have the whole bunch of options where they're talking to multiple people. And I call that the cushion stage, where a lot of people cushion. Like, I talked about it on my podcast on the Marvelous versus Lady Volume 3, how I had a homegirl. She strictly was like, she wouldn't commit to no one, but she wanted to have all these options. But then she would always complain to me how she can't get a man. But the moment somebody, oh, I don't want to commit, but if a guy's not giving me money or not doing this or not doing all these type of things for me, I don't want him. And I sit back and I think, I was like, that's kind of fucked up. Excuse my language, but why you can't commit to someone, why you gotta have, you have all these guys, but you won't commit. But then you said for any guy to get your full on attention that they have to pay you and do for you and take care of you and your daughter and make sure that you're good. Like that just right there just rubs me the wrong way. But you're cushioning and having all these guys thinking they have a chance with you, but you won't commit to none of them, but you just want to keep your options open. That's what I'm saying. In 2019, these dating tips was for everyone to know is to stay away from these people. I'll say them again. It's the ghosting. When you feel you're being ghosted, step away. The zombieing. That mean that they don't have a heart, that they just going to just use you until they get everything from you. Cushioning is that they're going to have so many options where they're not even going to, like, you're always going to be an option. You're never going to be number one. Breadcrumbing is when they leave out little, like they want to keep you around, so they throw out little hints just enough to keep you to stay next to them, but they all together they really don't care. You're just an option. Love bombing, which is where it's to me it's mental, it's emotional abuse, because they play on you and they use the narcissist ways to keep you around when they know you figured out that they're on bullshit and they're not really truthfully and honest with you. Then it's stashing, where you stash your feelings because you really like someone that you're dating, but you don't want your friends or your family to expose you or tell that person how much you like them. And like I said, it's summary, where it's all together with ghosting and zombie and all together. And like I said, this is the marvelous one. If you guys can do me a big favor and hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button so you can get content whenever I come out. And like I said, in the link in the description below, if you got some dating tips or anything that you think that I would want to talk about, put them in the description below and I will. Like I said, I feel marvelous.